I just listened to a message saying President Salva Kiir Mayardit should be praised because of his role in the liberation struggle. And yes, his story must be respected. There was a time when South Sudan burned. The bush was not comfort, it was sacrifice. Many men and women gave their youth, their strength, and even their lives so South Sudan could exist as a country. No one can erase that chapter, but here is the question we must ask honestly. Does past sacrifice excuse present suffering? We can acknowledge that some walked through swamp during war. We can recognize that liberation was paid for in blood. We can respect the story. At the same time, we cannot close our eyes when innocent South Sudanese civilians are killed. We cannot silence mothers who lost children. We cannot pretend that today's pain does not matter. Respect for liberation does not mean silence in the face of injustice. If people are dying, if communities are displaced again, if citizens feel unsafe in their own country, then leadership must be questioned. Not mock for egging, not insult for illness, but held accountable for governance. There is a difference between dehumanization and accountability. Mocking someone's physical weakness is wrong, but praising leadership while innocent people suffer is also wrong. A nation must do both. Honor the past and protect the present. A liberation was fought for so people could live freely, safely, and with dignity. If that dignity is missing today, then criticism is not hatred, it is responsibility. True respect for history means ensuring that the sacrifice of the past does not become meaningless in the present. We should never mock, but we should never ignore innocent blood either. That is not disrespect, that is conscience. Before I close, let me add this. When bombardment happen in areas where innocent civilians live, that is not politics. That is tragedy. When bombs fall near home, where children sleep, where mothers cook, where families gather, we cannot pretend it is normal. Children are not combatant. Women are not battlefield. Villages are not military target. If innocent civilians are suffering, leadership must answer for that. And as election approach, we must ask serious question about fitness to lead. Leadership is not only about what someone did decade ago. It is about whether they are physically, mentally, and practically able to carry the heavy responsibility of a nation today. A country facing insecurity, economic hardship, and instability needs a leader who can actively govern, communicate clearly, engage the people, and respond decisively. This is not about mocking age. This is not about insulting illness. It is about responsibility. If a leader cannot fully function in office, then the nation must carefully consider its future. Elections are not about emotion. They are about capacity. They are about protection of citizens. They are about stability. Respect the past, yes, but protect the present and secure the future. That is the duty of any citizen.